Olá a todos e bem-vindos a mais um stream de Vamos Jogar com DragonWolf. Eu sou o DragonWolf, o vosso anfitrião, e hoje estamos aqui no The Park. Como eu tinha referido ontem, nós vamos tentar alternar o Minecraft e este jogo. E vamos ver o que é que este jogo vale. Eu aqui só joguei um bocadinho só para ver se valeria a pena e parece-me bastante interessante. Eu não sei se isto é exatamente um jogo ou um simulador de andar. As dois eventos que eu tive, exatamente, não são o tipo de susto que salta, mas são o tipo de susto que a gente se sente mesmo desconfortável. Portanto, vamos iniciar o jogo, vamos jogar e vamos ver como é que corre. Ok, o Twitch já me avisou que estamos a emitir.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum. Stay in the car. I'll go and ask information.
Portanto, nós somos a mãe deste miúdo. Engraçado, deixaram o miúdo num carro sozinho. Eu não diria que era a melhor opção, mas Atlantic Island Park.
Attention patrons, the park is now closed. Please make your way to the car park at your earliest convenience.
Ok, diz ela,
Please prepare the
o
park
parque
to
já
shut down.
fechou. Isto até seria, mas o jogo por alguma razão não me está a deixar.
Callum was born the day this place opened. This is his favorite place in the world.
Um tributo ao coração de Salomão. A tribute to the untamed heart of Solomon Island and the people who use their talents to bring the dream of natality in winter to life. Okay. May this park be a place where joy and laughter are gathered and used to infect all those who follow after. E aí, como é que eu saio daqui? Não saio. Não? Continuar. Pronto. A gente carrega no escape e isto sai. Por acaso já da outra vez me aconteceu isto.
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath. Think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
Um bocado esquisito este.
Callum, where are you going?
Catch me, Mommy.
Ok. Mas ela aqui não
There's
anda.
something special about the entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
Attention employees, the park is now closed.
Curioso como é que ele está ali à frente. Isto parece assim tudo um bocado surreal. Especialmente o que ele disse. Parecia que ele não se estava a referir ao urso, mas... What the... Ok. Começa a esquisitice.
Wait up there for Mommy, Callum. Oh God. The park. What happened here? It's easy to get lost here.
Ok.
Stop, Callum!
You can't catch me.
Uou. Já viram aquela cara enorme? Aquilo se for uma atração... Tem morcegos e tudo. Carrie Killian is Satan's whore. Uou. Isto é logo em se faltar. Bem, o miúdo foi para aqui, portanto não há grandes razões para nós...
Hello?
Over here.
Mommy needs to see you, Callum.
This way, Mommy.
Ok. A voz parece que está a aproximar.
Stop, Callum!
Over here.
Aonde?
I think this belongs to Callum.
Ok, ele anda descalço. Vamos ver se esta placa dá para examinar.
Chad the Chipmunk, huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit.
Chad can be seen in the daily scope and shows the following location: 1 AM, Sideshow Alley, 1 PM, the Uptown, and 3 Park Entrance. Ok. Ah, deste saiu.
Callum! Where did you go?
Over here.
Aonde?
What is this about?
Purchased the land on Solomon Island for a pittance, I might add. Whatever old Arch has did to the local, just the mention of his name had people slamming doors and locking shutters. From the moment I arrived on the island, my lawyers had arranged everything in advance, but the realtor still had to come and deliver the keys to me personally. He took it upon himself to offer me another warning. I don't know what you're planning to do with this land, Mr. Winter, but the soil here is bitter, with a curse carried from the old country. Old man Henderson, he did a terrible dark thing The land remembers her. It is missing. It is missing. Shortly afterwards, mostly amused by his pathetic attempts to warn me off. I have a great vision for this place, and the will to see that vision through to the end. Atlantic Island Park. The name is perfect and I cannot imagine it being anything else. This is the start of something amazing. Okay.
Come back, Callum.
This way.
What way?
Callum?
Come
Callum!
on, this way.
Pra aqui?
Callum, stay where you are.
Miúdo tá ali, não tá?
Wait for mommy.
Come on, Mommy.
Hello. Hi, welcome to the stream. Ora, Right Swan, vamos lá.
Come back.
Oh, thank you. I will.
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very little to bite or sup. What will become of us? The woodcutter asked his wife one night. I tell you what, husband, we will take the children into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there. No, my wife, I cannot do that, said the man. Then we will all 4 starve, you fool. Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep.
Thank you for your generosity.
Hansel said. He crept out of the hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his pockets.
Do you have a suggestion?
The next morning, the woodcutter leads the children into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day. Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind them as they pass into the woods. When their father leaves them, the children wait a while, then follow the trail back to their parents' house.
O que é que estava ali?
After receiving a thorough scolding from their parents for getting lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without any supper. Hansel tried to sneak out and collect more white stones, but found that the door was locked. Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself, the wife told the woodcutter. In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again. Hansel broke his bread into pieces and left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead them safely home. But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed. Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days. The children stumbled into a clearing with an exceedingly strange house. Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls. Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is nibbling at my house? An old woman emerged from the house, sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just come in and stay with me. No harm will come to you. But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. Come, children, don't be afraid. I have something for you. The old woman offered them 2 enormous lollipops. The children took them and began to eat. You see, nothing to fear here. Come inside, the old woman urged, and the children, still licking their sweets, followed.
What
Inside the house, the old woman changed. She stuffed Hansel into a cage and put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her hut. Your brother will make a good mouthful, the old witch told Gretel. Once he is fattened up, I shall feast upon him. Time passed, and poor Hansel refused to eat, fearing the day that the witch would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. Today I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven. But Gretel pretended not to understand. I do not know how. Where is the opening? Fool, the old witch said. The opening is here. And she moved to show Gretel. Seizing her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel freed her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until her screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked. And then, because even children can't survive on sweets, they divided up the body of the old witch and ate her.
surpresa. Surprise, surprise.
Alan, where did you go? Alan, where did you go?
Oh, muito esquisito isto. Parece que estão pessoas aqui, mas não é, é só o feitio de poste. Ok.
Callum, where are you?
Então continuamos à procura do Callum.
Hansel and Gretel. I used to read it to Callum when the electricity was shut off. Those poor children. The whole world against them. The forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents. I used to imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy, looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places, where the tree branches reach like claws.
Ok. Então já se está a ver que eles não tiveram uma vida fácil.
Callum, tell Mommy where you are. Another accident. This place.
Ok. Pelo visto ela conhece este sítio. Read note to Pandora. O que é que aconteceu ao urso? Despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island Park will be opening on time. The governor is booked to cut the ribbon, so the only real question is whether we will have any customers. I'm not truly worried. The customers will come out of simple curiosity. I deduce what was needed for the band writings of Archie Anderson. It's astonishing to think that resonance of positive emotions can be used to fuel such a process, as himself chose to use negative, and that caused some of the taint that still lingers in this place. I will not make his mistakes. Soon I will know if this has all been for nothing. Ok. Então está para aqui algum tipo de...
Mommy needs to see you, Callum.
Ele agora fala muito baixinho over here.
Callum, where did you go? Where are you?
Parece que está ali alguma coisa. Ah não, é o pinheiro que se está a mexer. Ok, isto é impressão minha ou isto está mesmo muito escuro? Vamos só tentar clarear um bocadinho a imagem. Não sei se é possível, mas vamos ver. Se for possível, pronto, melhor. Ora, não é este. Vamos ver aqui uns filtros. A ver se conseguimos pôr alguma coisa para clarear a imagem. Então, muito melhor, sem dúvida. Vamos lá então continuar na transmissão. Agora a ver se vem melhor do que se está a ver. Peço desde já desculpa, mas eu acho que assim fica melhor. Já se consegue ver mais alguma coisa. Ok, isto é o octaedron.
This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy.
Tem ali relatório.
The guy just snapped. Those poor kids.
Oh. We were waiting for our turn on the ride. Frank, me and the boys. This fellow in the chipmunk suit is making a nice carving while people took photographs. Lawrence wanted to go over to him, but I've always been a bit wary of those suits. They give me the creeps. It's silly, I know. Anyway, the chipmunk man, he was craving and picking away at the ice, and at first we thought it was making some animal, like a tiger or lion. But as more and more ice fell away, when we first looked, it looked like a human face smiling out of the block of ice. But the more you looked at it, the more you saw that it was something not quite right about the proportions, something unnatural that made your heart begin to beat just a little bit faster, like you were prey and that thing in the ice was the hunter. But then those teenagers woke up and one of them made a face at the craving and said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit, and then, well, he went berserk. For a few moments it was chaos. Everybody was running away from the guy, who had one of the teenagers on the ground, and he was stabbing with a ice pick, and blood was spraying and people were screaming, and Frank and I had the kids and were dragging them away as fast as they could. And the last thing I saw before Frank dragged me away was that the eyeball of one of those poor kids had landed in the ice sculpture, making the horrible creature look more or less alive. Uou, isso é mesmo esquisito. Bem, se nós andamos no outro, se calhar também temos que andar neste, não é?
Stop! Callum! Oh, I remember this.
Muito esquisito. Não dá?
Callum, stay where you are.
Ok, isto está aqui. O miúdo está aqui para cima.
Callum!
Mother duck said quack, 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 quack.
Eu não vejo. Mas quer dizer...
I can't get on while it's moving.
Ok.
Come to mommy, Callum.
Vamos lá então andar nisto. Ver qual é a experiência. Ela disse que não gostava muito disto também. Ou está a andar muito depressa. Oh, what the? Oh,
hide from me, Callum!
Treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. They shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single, traitorous thought.
Ok. O que se passa por aqui? Read page. I thought working in the park for summer would be a lot of fun, but in the end of the season here really drags. There aren't that many tourists around, and so most of the staff spend their days standing around gossiping, and most of that gossip is about Chad. I mean, Steve, see? Even I am starting to call him Chad, and I went to school with the guy. With that goddamn suit. In the beginning it was a laugh. Steve, the local lush, as a Chad, the chipmunk, child-friendly mascot of the Atlantic Island Park, lock up daughters and all of that.
Come out, sweetie!
But the more you wear that suit, the weirder Steve is getting. At first he was a little things like refusing to change out of the suit at work and taking it home with him every day. But then I saw him at Susie's diner still wearing it, and it wasn't even a work day. Some of the staff complained discreetly to the park management about the smell, and I saw him walking and talking to Mr. Winter, the owner, one day, but nothing seems to change. The suit still smells like a carcass whenever Steve walks by, and apparently Steve has picked up some new skills since the last time I saw him picking up in the gutter outside the school station. My school. Coil. Because he sure as hell can carve a nice sculpture. These shapes he makes in the ice, though, they give me the creeps. Steve came by the booth today, lucky me, and he just hung around for a while. I couldn't tell because of the suit, but it seemed like he was just staring at me, sizing me up, eye fucking me, whatever he was doing. I asked him what he wanted, and he just stood there, not saying anything. Eventually, I called my superior, and when he came by, Chad, Steve wandered off. My superior told me to put everything in writing, so here it is. Also, I'm quit. I don't want to see that chipmunk suit ever again. Laura M. Whoa!
Callum, stay where you are!
Esta arrepiou-me todo. Yes. Que é isto?
Where are you?
Follow the trail. Isto não me vai assustar, para não. Claro que vai. Follow the trail. Ok.
I'm not playing anymore, Callum.
O que é que eu disse?
Constant crashes and 80s music. Guess it floats someone's boat.
Ok. Eu suponho que eu vou ter que andar nisto também. Não. Então a entrada aqui deve ser.
Where did you go?
Examine device. Tá. Alucinação. Lavotomia. Lavagem cerebral. Tenho aqui um carro com as luzes acesas. Claro que tem aqui um carro com as luzes acesas. Tinha que ter aqui um carro com luzes acesas. Mais uma proeza das shakes. Employer name Francis labor working on the crane. During the transport of a bumper car in the area, one of the straps attaching the load to the truck came untied, causing a cascade of bumper cars into Francis, who was standing directing the driver. Francis was crushed by the weight of the cars. Whoa. Francis was killed. Sinistro, muito sinistro. Dexter, the truck driver, claims to have seen someone on the back of the load undoing the straps. Nobody else reported seeing that. The sheriff was requested that Dexter provided them with a neurocital. Double checking of the straps after transit should be mandatory, and drug screening for all drivers. Corrections. Have unsafe correction? Unsafe conditions been corrected? No. Photocopy. 26, 1976. The local laborers are very superstitious and this hasn't helped. Some of them are refusing to return to work until we have someone from local church or the parking exorcise the bad spirits. What? O que aconteceu?
Callum, where did you go?
It's a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother. Once, when Callum was very small, I left him asleep in the car while I ran an errand. Don't even remember what it was. When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met. I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen, she just gets some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, yes, Sheriff.
Ok. Vamos a ver aqui uma história altamente conturbada. Nós ouvimos um bebê chorar. Será que tem a ver com...
Stay where you are!
Ok. Continually delayed by the incompetence of builders. The problem is that they are locals and so they believe a lot of the rumors about Old Man Anderson used to do here. They grew up on those tales. Every time a bolt comes loose or a wrench goes missing, those fools are crossing themselves against the black magic. Of course, this is why I chose this site over all the other potential. Solomon Island is a nexus for dark energies, and the thought of all the power just dissipating beneath the earth here, it makes my skin crawl. Okay. I call a few favors back in Brooklyn and got someone at the local academy to see if they had some interesting books about local history. Turns out they do, and it turns out that Old Man Henderson has some pretty strong connections in the Brooklyn crowd. Perhaps something he wrote will help me find the piece of the plans that I'm missing.
Don't be afraid.
Estou a ouvir outra vez o bebê. Ok. Vamos ver o que se passa aqui.
Where are you? Callum!
Agora só se ouve miúdo a chorar. Então, vamos ver o que é que temos para fazer aqui ou para descobrir aqui. Eu suponho que vou ter que parar isto. Tem aqui uma coisa. Examine
So they are
report.
going to close this place down.
Site
Doesn't
inspection
surprise me.
report. Unsafe close of the park. Inspector comments. After touring the park, riding the rides and viewing the starting number of incidents occurred here in the park, it is this inspector's opinion that the Atlantic Park should be shut down until Nathaniel Winters complies with all the safety regulations. Ok. Ele não está a cumprir então. While I understand that there is a sensitive political relation between Mr. Winter and the senator, that I nevertheless suggest that such political considerations should be set aside in condemning Atlantic Park. Atlantic Island Park. The rides at first glance appear well constructed and maintained, but the sheer number of incidents in the park during the last few years and during construction lead me to believe that there is something wrong with the base level of construction, and we should close the park and fully investigate these flaws. To wit, in the partial list of fatalities in the park since the opening 2 years ago, a family of 3 killed when a roller coaster cart derailed. 14 separate incidents of broken bones and crushed ribs while riding the Opera. 3 suicides from the top of the Ferris wheels. Whoa. Child seriously injured in the escalator. Over a dozen children reported missing the House of Horrors since its construction. 1 report of drowning in the Tunnel of Tales. 4. Ok, isto de certeza que não é increase speed, é decrease speed. Quantas tentativas de suicídio houve aqui? 3, não foram? Três tentativas de suicídio. Puh. Vamos ver qual é a abominação que vamos ser premiados.
People come into your life for a reason. Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank. Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner. He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale. I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed. But I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Don and I moved in together, but then, well, he died. According to the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Don was there one moment, and then gone. Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale fucking over.
Sem dúvida. Oh. Efetivamente, para não estar aqui além, tem que estar a controlar isto.
Mommy is coming, Callum!
Portanto, o pai do miúdo morreu aqui.
Callum, where did you go?
Isto foi quando... Quando aquela família morreu. Sem
A
dúvida.
lot of people idolize their children. You hear them talking about their kids and just the way they talk, their fucking voices make me want to vomit. My angel likes to read, and little Johnny is so good on the piano. Fuck those people! You give up 9 months of your life carrying them, you traumatize yourself giving birth to them, and then you spend the rest of your life as their slave. Wiping asses, mopping up piss, feeding them. Little life-sucking monsters who take and take and take until... we all go insane. Any parent who pretends otherwise is just dishonest. That's called choice supportive bias. I am honest. Callum really grinds my gears, and he owes me everything. Everything. It'd serve the little fuck right if I just abandoned him.
Isto foi uma mudança tão drástica.
Tell mommy where you are!
Who's coming? Não, a família de 3 morreu aqui. Eu vou ter que andar nisto. Eu testo montanhas russas. Bem, só me faltam 2. O Sete Show Alley e a Casa dos Horrores. Eu suponho que
I always
seja.
wanted to ride this one. Never got around to do it before.
Considerando que já morreu aqui gente, não é que eu me sinta muito seguro. Devo ter para ali algum relatório. Pois nós vamos lá ver. Vamos lá ver. Here's the creepy
What do
duck.
you want?
We need to talk about Callum.
Okay.
What do you mean? What have you done to him?
That's insulting. You and your boy are everything that this place doesn't want. The antithesis of what we stand for.
Where is Callum?
Right.
Poor child. He tried so hard to do what he was taught. He even left you a trail of breadcrumbs. But the park is just so hungry.
Tell me where my son is.
Which has him now? Has both of you. No happy ending here, I'm afraid.
Just leave me alone.
Fool. You always were.
Oh. Muito intenso. que dizer ali? Tem... Uou. Isto foi extremamente brusco, além de não se ver nada de jeito. Tem ali mais um bocado de papel. It works. The calculation and adjustments work. The transport and system mechanism seems to be flawless. What a wonderful day. If only these people knew what they were feeling. And so if a few people leave the park at the end of the day feeling down. So what if children are more scared than excited on a roller coaster? This could be the doorway to immortality, and such doorways open only to those who have the will to find the key. Ok, não inspira muito. Muita confiança. Aliás, neste parque nada inspira confiança.
The witch awaits.
Ok, a witch awaits. E tu vais só levar uma lanterna.
Callum has bruises on his arms, finger marks. Someone has been hurting him! I've asked him, demanded really, to know where he got the marks. But he doesn't want to answer me. Something has scared him into silence. He doesn't dare talk. He's been changing too. Something sinister lurks in the darkness behind his eyes. I catch him staring at me at odd moments. In the night, he tosses and turns and cries out words that I cannot understand. When I try to soothe him, he snaps and bites at my fingers. I think he wants to talk to me. I think he wants to tell me. But they are watching him every minute of every day. They are whispering to him in his sleep, changing him. They are taking my baby away from me. I can't save him. There will be pain. But I love him, and in the end, he will understand why.
Uou, isto é muita paranoia. Ok, temos aqui um newspaper.
The whole town was shocked by that one. Never found out who did it.
Yesterday evening, visitors to Atlantic Park Island Park was shocked and horrified by the discovery of a dismembered corpse behind a cotton candy stand. According to the local authorities, the corpse has yet to be identified. However, they have confirmed that the remains appear to be those of a child. The corpse was discovered by a group of teenagers from Innsmouth's Academy who noticed a pair of ravens tugging at something just out of sight behind the shack. Nathaniel Winter, the owner of Atlantic Island Park, has released the following statement. It is a true tragedy when something like this occurs, especially in a place that was designed to bring forth happiness and joy. The staff of Island Park offer their condolences to the family and friends of the victim and will cooperate fully with authorities to help bring this case to rest. The Solomon Chronicles will provide daily updates. Muito sinistro. Mas isto...
Callum, where are you?
Follow the breadcrumbs.
What breadcrumbs?
Bastard. Who did this to him?
Porque é que eu me vou achar que me vou assustar? Não. De. Acabei de me arrepiar todo. Mesmo sem ver o raio do esquilo, fogo. Jesus. Isto é intenso. O que é que se passa aqui ao meio?
These are mine.
What? Say no to graffiti. Your mother safe. O que é que diz aqui? It's a daughter is out. Fear the boogeyman. Don't believe anything they tell you. Wow. Tá tudo. Que? What? coisa que não me deixa sair. Não é para ir aqui outra vez, para não. Eu já vim aqui e já apanhei o susto. Ok, o que é isto? Ursos.
Don't touch me.
Oh, isto é mesmo para dar pesadelos. Broken fires and we don't believe that belongs to the battle goods. Oh, only the truly naked ones, the fighters indignation. Faz sentido nenhum. Muito confuso, sem dúvida. Ele não estava aqui, ele não nos deixa passar. Oh, está cheio de cortes. Eu suponho que isto tenha sido alucinações, espero eu. Este jogo é estranhamente pesado para um jogo que supostamente devia ser tão simples. O meu computador está verdadeiramente a esforçar-se para manter o jogo.
Park is a collage of contradictions all of its own. Millions of people die every year in car crashes, and the park has little cars designed specifically to simulate that action. Hear the children scream with joy. In the sideshow alley, you can walk away with 15 cents worth of mass-produced Chinese teddy bears, while a grinning carny pockets your hard-earned $5. And what secrets lie beneath the sullen waters of the lake? The tears of jilted lovers, the soiled condoms of illicit affairs, the clotted blood of the lonely suicide. And the face of the witch looms over it all. I've always despised her toothy grin and warty nose. I hate that sparkle in her weathered, watchful eyes. I think Callum is waiting for me. Inside.
Pois, eu também penso que sim.
I can help you, Callum.
Keep them away from me.
Ok. Este é um belo de um screen, não é? Ok, se isto até agora foi assustador, então uma coisa que está desenhada para assustar, eu suponho que isto vai ser 300 vezes pior.
Give it to me!
Then, Atlantic Island Park has closed its gates. Throughout the open garden it was sung the heavy iron padlock on the gates. Small-minded folks scared of what they don't understand. My machines lie silent and dejected, but I am not beaten. I have sent my wife and son back to Boston. I have retreated here to the House of Horrors. I must think. Okay. Aquilo é um lobo. Ok. Então vai começar os jumpscares. Ela está com olhos chatos. Ainda agora não estava ali um daqueles cartões. Oh boy. O que é aquilo ali atrás? Jesus.
Don't touch me.
Isto, ser assustado aquele lado também não tem muito jeito, mas pronto. Ok, isto é mais um cartão. Agora vamos lá ver. Oh. Vamos lá ver o que isto tem. Isto tem mais um cartão. Que ora, vamos lá ver. Temos aqui uma visita inesperada que deu para saltar mais um bocadinho. Ok, eu não sei se tinha aqui para aqui ou não, mas ok. Eu não sei se era para aqui ou era para o outro lado. Susto. Apesar de incidents, and I cannot dismiss them as random chance. The park works with something is interfering with the intended function. It's a thought that the very air of this place is corrupting the power even as I collect it. A few casual here and there are acceptable, but when employees go on stabbing rampages, it draws attention. I'd rather not have the boys in blue, either kind, investigating this place too closely. It's a shame about Steve. I'd rather like... Ok... Então aconteceu alguma coisa ao Steve? Eu já passei aqui. Já. Este é diferente. Ah, Esparta. Quem é aquele? Quem é aquele? E de onde é que ele veio? Ok, aqui está a chave. O que é isto? Nightmare Circus. The circus burns to the ground on opening night, killing dozens. The owner put this an enraged walls don't suggest. Okay.
After they let me out, they gave me Callum back and sent me home with a handful of breadcrumbs. Home, bittersweet home. I barely recognized it. Where there had been color and light, there were shadows and regrets. Where there had been warmth, there was a bone-deep coldness that never went away. I tried my hardest to keep the ghosts at bay. Don, watching from the dusty corners while I tried to teach his son to read. My father, coldly assessing me and finding me lacking. I devoted myself to Callum, did the things that they told me. It will get better, they said. Every day will be a little better than the last. I'm in the woods now, lost and afraid. Things never got any better.
Disconnect notice after multiple attempts to collect payment. I regret to inform that our service has been disconnected. Power company. I will be disconnected with I'll make the payment. The local welfare offices discuss. Ok, isto. Que the Witch Power Company. Hunger, a true story. A group of covered wagons began to California just to constantly they found themselves stranded in the Sierra Nevada with white. Ok. Uma cama comigo. Mais um desenho. É. I love you from Callum. É verdade. Os nossos filhos dão-nos esses presentes. Agora. Ok, isto são só livros de desgraças, sem dúvida. Já é a cozinha. Shopping list. Milk, cheese, bread, butter, corn, potatoes, apples, fish sticks. Remember, drop of column, electric bill, fix faucet. Fix. Ok. Tem peixe, tem vinho, tem água. Não está muito mal. Miss Miller, we agreed on our meeting today. We consider your full recovery from your illness. This letter is official notification that you are considered sound of mind and body and may return to work at any time. Please note that you should discontinue any medication that you have been using and dispose of any. If you feel at any time that you are suffering a relapse, please. Ok. Ela teve um esgotamento ou uma depressão ou uma coisa assim esquisita. Lorraine, I received your letter and I am quite surprised. I ran off with your father all of these years ago, then disappeared off the edge of the map, and then when I finally tracked you down, refused to answer any of my letters. And now you write me to ask me asking for help. I have another family now and I another life. Your father was a robbed man and I regret the years that I wasted on him. I love you, I truly did, but every year you grew more and more like him. You were his girl, never really mine. Isto é mine. Still I would have fought for custody if you hadn't run away with him. It broke my heart, but I need to go on living. I can't let you back into my life without picking up on those wounds. I'm sorry, Lorraine, but you just can't do it. Maybe one day I will be easier and I can meet Callum, but not yet. I am not ready to forgive you. Please don't contact me again, Callum. Ok. Então ela foi rejeitada pela mãe, quer dizer, fugiu a mãe e depois quando pediu ajuda, a mãe disse que agora era a vez dela de não ajudar. Suffering from depression and generally pregnancy. The discussion has made it obvious that these episodes stem from the grief of losing her partner about 6 months ago. There are also several unsolved issues with her father. After being kept under careful observation, we provided standard treatment for this disorder, including electroconvulsion therapy. The patient responded and make a rapid recovery. newborn son Callum, who was placed in foster care shortly after birth when Lorraine displayed symptoms of disorder and depression. It is our judgment that Lorraine is fit to have her son return to her as long as she follows her recommendations after care routine and continues with her medication. We have Norma Creed, the local woman, has offered care for Callum while Lauren works. It is. Ok. Pronto. E, efetivamente foi o que eu disse. Ela teve uma depressão. Ok, então ela não ganhou nada do marido ter morrido. Ainda por cima ainda a recusaram. E continuamos a andar para baixo. Então estamos outra vez na casa dela. Right, isto é do marido, peraí. When we go for drinks after work it gets a little better. Okay. I don't want to come home to you without being in my right mind, but when this job is done, we need to get out of this place. We need to go back to the city, where I don't feel like this anymore. I love you, Donna. About the names for a boy and girl, it's Calm for a boy and Emma for a girl. Ok, isto deve ter sido antes do acidente. Foi o que ela viu. O que é que ela viu combinado? Ah, está ali miúdo. Prescription, take care of bills, follow up the Spencer. O miúdo estava ali. Foi por isso que ela se assustou. és mesmo as coisas, mas aquilo ali não watch. Oh. E agora vamos voltar a descer. Isto vai ficar pior. Só os desenhos estão piores, está tudo pior. Tem sangue. Vai. Bye bye. See her try. Her why. Ok, isto está a ficar bem pior. More pills, tickets to Atlantic Park. Ela está totalmente drogada. Tudo cheio de sangue. Isso já não tem porta. Quer dizer que estamos a chegar ao limite. Pois. Estamos efetivamente a chegar ao limite. Ok, isto é o Donald. My two best friends, Donna and Laura. Eu acho que ele provavelmente não morreu, ele abandonou-a. Paranoia. Muita paranoia. O que aconteceu? mesmo aquele tipo de coisas que a gente se arrepia todo. Ora bem, eu não estou a ler porque eu suponho que isto é a mesma coisa. We agree on meeting today, we care about the sound of mind of politics, around, please, shoot all of them, smoke, marijuana. Nobody can help you. E vamos entrar mais um nível. Ok, isto vai correr qualquer coisa muito mal. Uou! Quem é que são aquelas pessoas? Oh. Está a ficar mesmo muito intenso. Que é isto?
Stories are told again and again, and from their shape we build our understanding of the world. Two children are led into the woods. They are lost for a time, but then are captured by an old witch. The child goes missing in Atlantic Island Park. He wanders lost for a time before finding his way into the mouth of an old witch. In the oldest version of this story, the mother and the witch were the same person. I never wanted to be the witch. But I am, aren't I?
O que é que ela fez ao miúdo dela? É assim, não é uma coisa que nos surpreenda ela ter feito alguma coisa ao miúdo. Eu desde o princípio achei que fosse alguma coisa traumática que foi culpa dela com o miúdo dela. Read page. She broke into the... It was been so long since I had... After very long, I took one of them. I could not help myself. It was fast. The other didn't notice. This boy from the academy, I put him on the slab. I tickled him until he couldn't breathe. Twins came to life while in time to his gasps and shrieks. I think this is delightful and change. Eu ainda não percebi se isto... se ela é doida e o dono do parque também era, se eles são os dois a mesma pessoa, se isto é uma ilusão. Eu sei que aconteceu alguma coisa com o miúdo. Foi culpa dela ou ela sente-se responsável? Mas aquelas mensagens do dono do parque também fazem-me crer que Hansel and Gretel. What?
Callum. Callum! Callum.
Ok, ela...
Callum. Callum!
O esquilo. O rei do esquilo. É a camisola do Cthulhu. Really?
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine! Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time.
Esse é o detetive. Afinal não era o...
Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son.
Peço desculpa desde já pelo lag que isto...
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Ou seja, está esclarecido o que é que aconteceu com o miúdo. Bem, desde já tenho que agradecer a doação do Aaron Jogar. Espero que se mais tarde virem isso que gostem. Por acaso hoje não tivemos audiência, também o jogo foi curtinho. E assim acabamos o jogo. De qualquer forma, amanhã voltamos ao Minecraft. De resto, espero que continuem a assistir aos streams. Fiquem bem e até à próxima. DragonWolf. Até amanhã.